Movement too for a fighter at this kind of weight. She beat Reka Hoffman of Hungary by unanimous decision and then beat the #1 seed Daria Kozarez, somebody we saw in the World Youth Championships in Poland, by unanimous decision in her semi-final. Kozarez, who got silver at that World Youth, good fighter, come forward fighter, looks to throw big heavy 1-2s, but she couldn't land them effectively on LOVCHYNSKA. As I said, she moves well.
LOVCHYNSKA. And now, at the blue corner from Russia, representing Maria Shishmareva.
Shishmareva of Russia is a skillful fighter too. Beat Petronella Shinter of Romania by first round stoppage, the referee stopping that one in her opening fight, and then got rid of the Polish #2 seed Olivia Toborek in the semi-final. Toborek, another one we saw in the World Youth. She picked up a bronze there, and Shishmareva made quite easy work of her, to be honest. She was a world junior champion, Shishmareva, a good while ago now.
From Russia, Maria Shishmareva.
They're well matched, these two, I would say. This is the final fight of the session. Then we'll have a bit of a gap, and then we'll be back at 8 o'clock Central European time with the evening session. Majority of the fights that we've seen in this afternoon session have been in the women's section. 7 out of the 10, so that will be reversed in the evening. They mix the order up. Generally in finals, when you've got a competition where there are men and women competing, they'll do all 10 women's finals in one session, then all 10 men's in the next session, or vice versa. I like mixing it up. I think it's a good idea. Be keen to see more of it moving forward. Everybody had the day off yesterday. So if you were to do this but spread the finals over 2 days, something like that would be a factor. You would have to see how much rest people had and things of that nature. But I think it's good. I think it's good to mix it up. This is boxing after all, and it's not about the gender of the fighters. It's about the contests. So here we go, final at the heavyweight division at the European Under-22 Championships. Maria LOVCHYNSKA of Ukraine in red, Maria Shishmareva of Russia in blue. Just pecking with that lead hand there, LOVCHYNSKA, just walking in a little bit. Shishmareva managed to counter her off the ropes. Again, she's set up in a similar kind of way, holds that lead hand a little bit further out, wore a right hand there, Shishmareva. LOVCHYNSKA just managing to get in and close the gap quite quickly, nice and quick. She can tend to poke with that lead hand a bit, Shishmareva, rather than really step into it. Look for the right hand there. LOVCHYNSKA was of a similar mind. A minute gone in the first round. Nice short right hand on the inside there from Shishmareva, then takes the weight back. 1-2 from Shishmareva, mainly taken on the gloves by LOVCHYNSKA, who's holding the centre of the ring here. Shishmareva happy to just kind of revolve around her, stoops a little bit as she looks for the jab there. LOVCHYNSKA can tend to dip quite low every now and again as she comes forward. Shishmareva might want to think about that. The uppercut could be something that would work against her. She does have a little bit of height on LOVCHYNSKA, certainly boxes a bit taller, Shishmareva. Just looking to turn that right hand over the top there, really. Shishmareva got through with a short left hand on the inside. The cleaner punching so far, I would say, has come from the Russian. The Ukrainian, though, LOVCHYNSKA has been the one on the front foot. She hasn't managed to get too much away, though. Just gets a little bit too close on the inside there. Shishmareva just trying to spray through with that right. Good short left hand. LOVCHYNSKA not boxing quite like she did in the semi-final. In the semi-final, she showed a nice bit of variety. She boxed well off the back foot, felt a right hand there, LOVCHYNSKA, as she was trying to pull her weight back. And this is suiting SHISHMAREVA, what is happening here. SHISHMAREVA is happy to allow LOVCHYNSKA to come to her and try and time her on the way in. She's totally at ease with this kind of contest, and I wouldn't necessarily say that this is the kind of battle that would suit LOVCHYNSKA. I did expect to see her try and draw a lead from SHISHMAREVA, if anything, and try and box off the back foot herself. Touch of gloves between the two at the end of round one. What do you make of that?
Very close round. Lots of skilling evidence between these two boxers. How have the judges got it? Well, they've got it a 3-2 split in favour of SHISHMAREVA. And LOVCHYNSKA just looking to apply that pressure. They've been in ring B throughout, so this is the first time I've seen them during the course of this tournament. But as you say, coming in with lots of experience in classification age group boxing, I just wonder who's going to be able to make the adjustment more consistently, because there was very little between them over the course of that 3 minutes, and this could well come down to the effectiveness of adjustments that could be made over the course of the remaining contest.
I'd have gone SHISHMAREVA myself in that round. It was close, so 3-2, no argument with that at all. LOVCHYNSKA, from what I saw of her in the fight I saw the other day, this front foot style doesn't suit her as much as the way I saw her box in her previous outing, where she was more boxing off the back foot. She was mixing things up a lot more. At the minute, she's just employing that kind of one style, and that's the problem with it, because SHISHMAREVA is happy with it, and she takes her feet back, finds that space, and then catches her on the end of a really nice 1-2. SHISHMAREVA, I think, is just happy with what LOVCHYNSKA is doing, but as we said, that opening round was close. It was 3-2 on the scorecards. It's still very much in play. Some judges can tend to favour or give extra credit to a fighter who's on the front foot and who looks like they're trying to be the aggressor and make the fight. It's not about that. It's about determining who has landed the more effective punches during the course of the round, who has landed scoring punches. Scoring punches being those landed with the knuckle part of the glove to the head or to the torso, and I felt it was SHISHMAREVA who did that in the opening round, and I feel that it's her who's doing that so far in round two, courtesy of that one combination. Really, there's not a great deal separating him in this one either, but there's a good left hand on the inside there from SHISHMAREVA. I do think she might want to look for that uppercut, but that might involve her stepping in and getting a little bit closer than she necessarily wants to be. They both beat good fighters in their semis, as I said, in Kozarez and Toborek, medalists at the World Youth Championships. Those are a good couple of scalps to take, the number 1 and number 2 seeds. Just dips her head there, walks onto a 1-2 from SHISHMAREVA. Not much on it, to be honest with you. She doesn't punch all that hard, SHISHMAREVA, for a fighter this weight, but she is quite accurate heading into the final minute of round two. Again, just throwing that right hand over the top, or trying to there, LOVCHYNSKA. Goes down to the body nicely there, stabs to the body, then looks to try and whip that uppercut up the middle. That's more what I saw from her the other day, a bit more variety. Now she turns southpaw. That was what impressed me about her. She was boxing off the front foot, off the back foot, throwing lots of different types of punches. So far, she's just been kind of like head on, head down almost, walking forward. I don't know what she saw in SHISHMAREVA the other day or previously to make her think that this was the way to go about things against her. They must have seen something that made them decide that this was the style to employ, and not any real difference between round two and round one. Again, I would say SHISHMAREVA has done the better punching in this round, although she wears a left hand there right towards the end of it. LOVCHYNSKA has had a bit more success right at the end of the round. SHISHMAREVA landing a longish right hand, and yeah, I mean, that wasn't too different from round one, was it?
I thought SHISHMAREVA I thought she won the round comfortably, first of all. LOVCHYNSKA in the round, having moments of success, but SHISHMAREVA, for me, particularly with the 1-2 combination, most fundamental combination in the book, and just able to land it and turn, and just negate the pressure for large parts that LOVCHYNSKA is seeking to apply. So very good use of the space of the ring for the woman in blue for my money. And I think, well, they've gone the other way, my goodness. I thought SHISHMAREVA, the woman in blue, did the better work in that round, but she did for only 2 of the judges.
And that is interesting because it basically comes down to that card at the top now, because it's 2 scores of 20 points to 18 for both fighters, 19-19 with the Slovakian judge, judge number 1. And it's that card that matters now, because those other 4, they're in the books, you would say, unless there's a point deduction. You can't see either of these 2 winning around 10-8. So it's essentially 2-2. Those cards are pretty much settled, as I say, short of a point deduction. And it just comes down to who wins this 3rd and final round with the Slovakian judge at ringside. I thought SHISHMAREVA won that round. I thought she did the more effective, cleaner punching. I think she has done throughout the fight so far. So I would be with those 2 judges who got it 20 points to 18 in her favour. But we've got 2 who got it 20 points to 18 the other way. LOVCHYNSKA, as I said, has always been rolling forward. Presumably they've given her credit for that. And in the middle of that, we've got the card that's 19-19. So messy in the opening stages of round 3. Nothing has really landed a particular note. And they will know, they will have been sent out by their corners to win this final round. Been told that you must win this final round. Couple of lefts on the inside there. It's untidy. SHISHMAREVA just trying to get herself, well, I was just going to say she was trying to get herself free. I'm not sure if she really was there, actually. LOVCHYNSKA in the end just pushes her off. And this could just come down to stamina, who has got more left in the final stage. SHISHMAREVA looks to try and land that 1-2 up close. There's an uppercut there from LOVCHYNSKA, who maybe her policy of just continuing to come forward is going to pay off. Maybe SHISHMAREVA is just running out of gas slightly. LOVCHYNSKA, I think, is too, because this kind of octopus-like attack mode that she's employing, where she throws a few, gets close, wraps SHISHMAREVA up, and somebody might lose a point here, I think, in the remaining minute or so of this round. I wouldn't like to say exactly who. Nice short right hand there from SHISHMAREVA. That landed. Right hand got through from LOVCHYNSKA, and this is grueling stuff, because every time they fall into that kind of clinch and they're leaning on each other, this is a higher weight, so it's sapping, it takes it out of you, it's physically demanding. It just runs that battery down. LOVCHYNSKA head down, gloves up, looking to get onto the inside and just get something done. SHISHMAREVA, those feet have just slowed down a little bit. Maybe a touch of snap has gone out of those punches. She's finding that just a little bit more difficult to deal with. But having said that, again, throughout the course of this round so far, not a lot has landed. Nice combination on the inside there from SHISHMAREVA. Into the final 20 seconds. And again, for me here, she's winning this round. She's nicking this round. But LOVCHYNSKA has just continued to come forward and come forward. And I think it's that style that has found favour with 2 of the judges. Those 2 judges who have got her ahead. So just to reiterate, going into that final round, it was 20 points to 18 with 2 judges in favour of SHISHMAREVA, 20 points to 18 with 2 judges in favour of LOVCHYNSKA. There was no point deduction. There definitely wasn't a 10-8 round. So, Ron, it comes down to our judge from Slovakia, who had it 19-19. Yes, it's that card, isn't it? That's what it's all about.
Most certainly. And how will that particular judge view the final 3 minutes? Hard-fought final stanza in this championship bout. Both boxers giving absolutely everything. I happen to think this woman did the slightly better work, but LOVCHYNSKA was the woman invariably on the front foot, and it could be interpreted that she's the one looking to make the fight. Here's the final verdict.
SHISHMAREVA gets it, so she will have got that final round with our judge number 1. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. We'll wait for the scores to flash up and see. Well, it's split scoring again. Split scoring all the way through those 3 rounds. So that 29-28 at the top there, that was what it was all about in the end. That was what it was all about, because those other 4 cards were essentially decided, as I said, short of a point deduction that we didn't get, or a big round that could have been a 10-8 for either fighter that we didn't get. So that's as close as it gets That is as close as it gets, but Maria Shishmareva